What up, world? It's your boy Jay Winks,
I'm Teresa.
and you're now in tune into the Wink Steel channel, January 9th, 21.
The new
New
year.
year, fresh first week of the new year, fully first week of the year. Well, I hope everybody's doing good on this Saturday afternoon. This is the Fleetwood Mac Vinyl Talk.
Whoop whoop.
Yes. So before we get down to business today, we ain't gonna sugarcoat it or nothing like that. I know y'all love Fleetwood Mac besides the TikTok videos, but we'll get into that more on. But just to let y'all know, the next 2 weeks we will not have videos up, but we'll have some stuff up. So just keep in tune into it. Just little promos, 10, 30 seconds. Might do another cooking with winks, little things like that. Be vlogging a little bit more, so watch out for that. No music this week. I'm gonna wait. First of the year, not a lot of stuff has dropped yet. I mean, there's some stuff, but I'm gonna wait so we can get all that new music ready. But before we get into the Fleetwood Mac vinyl, I had to go. I had to
He,
go get
he,
some.
he has to show you what he got.
Yeah. So this vinyl right here, Nas, King Disease. Yes, just freshly purchased it, maybe an hour or two ago. Just letting y'all know.
So Eddie from Blackbird Records.
Yep, walked in there, saw like, woo, picked it up. Got another secret gem I did buy. She bought a gem.
I did.
Yeah, it's a gem. So Nas, King Disease, I think I put it at my top seven, number seven. So hey, I'm still on it. I got three Nas vinyls now, three more, and I'm done.
So we're gonna go ahead and jump right in to Fleetwood Mac. So we're just gonna go ahead and go into the whole story of the wonderful band. They started in 1967 in Britain, England. They were a British band, British bluesy, kind of folkish band. The members were Peter Green, he was a vocalist and a guitarist. The drummer Mick Fleetwood and guitarist Jeremy Spencer. And then later came the bassist John McVie. So they were making music. They were cranking albums out, like one album after another, 1 year. It went from 1968 all the way to 74. Like every year they were dropping, dropping, dropping. Throughout that, members would leave, they'd replace them. They didn't really gain stardom. They were well known, but they weren't like huge. And everybody was like, we're done with him. We're done with them. They want to go do something else. So it was just Mick Fleetwood and John McVie. And they were looking to get something new added into their band. So they went to California. And that's when they met Stevie and Lindsay. Well, they met Lindsay, and then with Lindsay came Stevie. So, but before all that, their early hits were Albatross, Oh Well, and Man of the World. And then, I mean, they had Fleetwood Mac album, Mr. Wonderful album, then Play On album, Future Games album, Bare Trees album, Penguin, Mystery to Me, and Heroes Are Hard to Find. My songs that I like from that pre Stevie and Lindsay era would be a song called Why, and that was a Christine McVie song. And whew, that's when I was like, this band is amazing. I know I use that word a lot, but it's my word. So Christine came into play as a session artist. Like she was playing the keyboards just during session album for their second album. She was just a session museum that was in the studios, and she was lucky enough to play with them. She married John, the bassist, in 1970. And that's when she kind of really joined the band, where she got credited for her writing songs for the band. So Stevie and Lindsay, they were making music together on their own. They had cut an album. It had some good stuff to it, but it didn't gain like super popularity. Everybody went out to get it. If you're a fan, you're going to listen to Stevie and Lindsay, solo album, and you're going to like it. The song off of their solo album was Crystal, and that's one of my favorite songs. And it was featured in a movie, Practical Magic, I believe. And they recut it, or they used it for a Fleetwood Mac album. But originally it was a Stevie and Lindsay song on their solo album. It's a good one. Fleetwood Mac has had multiple stages in their career. Mick was in California looking for studios for them to, record in, and that's when he was introduced to Lindsay. And they asked him to join, and he said, okay, but Stevie has to come too. So that's kind of how that happened. Lindsay was, I think, a little hesitant because he didn't really want to become a blues band. He was more, and Stevie was more like rock. Like they didn't really play the bluesy stuff as much, kind of a thing. So they merged their, sounds together. There's a little bit of blues and a little bit of pop and a little bit of rock, and it was just magic. Um, it just created this, I don't even know, like a train of success for them. It was like fate. They released their first album with Lindsay and Stevie, Mick, Christine, and John in 75. And it was their second self-titled album. So like before Stevie and Lindsay, Fleetwood Mac released an album, Fleetwood Mac, and then with them they released an album, Fleetwood Mac. That one is referred more to the White Album. Just the imagery with Mick Fleetwood holding that crystal and John down on his knees with his instrument. It just started Fleetwood Mac's vibe with Stevie and Lindsay. And then from there it took off. Um, the song the songs from the second self-titled album that are like everybody knows is Rhiannon, Over My Head, and Say You Love Me. And those have been their like staple songs for years, years. Everybody knows Rhiannon. The album reached #1 in the USA, so it's like when they got the most like, let's keep an eye on this band. They're gonna, they're gonna do big things. And then comes Rumors, and yes, here it is. The hits off Rumors could just be, you can go down the list. They're all awesome songs. It created 4 top 10 singles. It sold more than 40 million copies worldwide. And, this album is entirely about the band's internal relationships breaking up. So Christine and John had gotten divorced, and Lindsay and Stevie were done. Yet they remained a band together, and the band had, not had talent, not only because of the instruments that they were able to play, but because of like their writing chops. There were 3 writers in this band and they were cranking them out, and it was angry breakup music and it was these sweet love songs because Christine was falling in love with somebody else. So she was writing these just beautiful songs. And Stevie and Lindsay were just so ticked off at each other and they just couldn't stand the sight of each other. But it came out in this awesome story that is Rumors. Christine wrote 4 songs for the album: Don't Stop, Songbird, and You Make Loving Fun. Lindsay wrote 3 songs, which is Secondhand News, Never Going Back Again, and Go Your Own Way, which like is everybody knows that song. Stevie wrote 2 songs for the album. They're credited for Dreams and Gold Dust Woman. Now, they all were credited to writing The Chain, which everybody knows when that beat drops, you know what song it is, and you just like, you get into it. So that it was written by all 5 members, and they all played on it together. It was like a well-known fact that the band was partying hard. And in the process of doing all that, they were falling apart. Their personal relationships were falling apart. And it translated into an amazing work of art, which, I mean, I've had Rumors on tape, I've had Rumors on CD, I've had Rumors on vinyl, and I listened to it on Spotify. So, I mean, constantly driving to Walmart today, it was like a little mini concert because I was jamming, because it's just good music. What do you think about Fleetwood Mac?
Well, yeah,
He
yeah.
knows when we got into a relationship, with me came Fleetwood Mac.
Well, I heard about Fleetwood Mac behind the music, and I wish,
Bring back Behind the Music.
yeah,
Come on.
that's where you get the in depth about the fighting and the arguments, and when band members left that you didn't know they left, but they're on the album. That's when I first heard about Fleetwood Mac. Destiny's Child sampling Stevie Nicks.
But that's a Stevie song.
Yeah, Stevie Nicks song by herself. But yeah, a little bit. But let's go on.
I make him listen to my music all the time.
A lot.
They made 3 more albums together after their breakups. They stayed together through the 80s. Both Stevie and Lindsay went on, and Christine went on to have solo albums. Stevie with the most commercial success. In 1993, at Bill Clinton's inauguration ball, they performed, which kind of was like, hey, this kind of feels good. We haven't been together for a while. The music is good. Everybody still wants to hear us. Let's do it. So they reunited, and they did it like during touring. And in 1997, they made like a live compilation album, and featured like all their big name hits, and it's really good. If you like live concert music, sometimes it's good and you can hear the vibe of everybody out there. It's a good one. And Silver Springs was performed, which is it was a song originally meant for the album Rumors, but it got cut. It was the B-side for I think Go Your Own Way. So it got cut off the album, and they would perform it, but the first album that it was on was the live compilation album. And it's just mesmerizing to see, not only to hear it, but to like watch them perform. I was lucky enough to have the opportunity to go see them in Columbus, and I may have been in the rafters. Like, I needed binoculars. But to be there and to experience it and to hear it, it's like watching a drama. I don't know. It's just amazing to see. I'll never forget it. It was a really good concert. Um, they're since, Lindsay got ousted and replaced with two other guitarists. Forgive me because I can't remember their names. So it's Lindsay's kind of ousted now, and the band is still a band, but they can't do anything because of the pandemic. And that's just they're still doing their thing as Fleetwood Mac. I I've been a fan before the cranberry TikTok fad. Uh, I think one of the very first videos I actually remember on MTV watching was Gypsy by Fleetwood Mac, and I just remember twirling around and dancing to it, and it's just always been Fleetwood Mac for me. So yeah, we're going to show you some of the albums I have. So this is Mirage, and the hits from Mirage are Gypsy, Let Go, Gypsy and Hold Me. Those were like the biggest like singles off of it, but like all of these songs, you put it on and it's good. So I've got another one. It's called Tango in the Night. Tango in the Night had Little Lies on it. That was probably one of the most commercial songs from the 80s that they had. But it has my personal top 5 called Big Love. That was a Lindsay singing song. And of course, I have Rumors. Everybody knows Rumors. I have Stevie's basically the greatest hits. Some re-released or remastered. And if it's got all Stevie's hits on it. And then I have Lindsay's solo, and it's called Go Insane, which is like another top 5 for me. To hear him play Go Insane is insane. It's so good. So that's what I got for you. Fleetwood Mac rules.
Thank you to my lovely co-host for doing the Fleetwood Mac vinyl. Everybody voted for Fleetwood Mac. There was no reason putting the Beatles up there after a while. I thought about it and I'm just like, eh. So we will do the Beatles here soon.
I got some other old gems.
Yeah, we got some gems that we're probably going to start doing more of. It won't be all hip hop all the time. It might be a hip hop, one of her records. She'll talk about it. But it's your boy Jay Winks.
It's Theresa.
But before we go, just remember a 2-week break. But we're going to have fun doing this because you're going to see some crazy stuff.
If you like our video, make sure you like and comment.
Yeah, like, share, subscribe, tell your friend, tell your grandma, tell your auntie, tell your cousins, tell everybody in your family, anybody who has a vinyl. Hey, it's Vinyl Talk. I'm Jay Winks.
I'm Theresa.
Ow.
Bye, y'all.